Hey guys, this is going to be my last garden tour of this garden. There will probably be a lot more videos out about this garden, but I have to start tearing it down with decorations and fountains and stuff like that. But I have been just kind of watering the annuals, watering all the perennials, and the vegetable garden is pretty much what I've been doing. I just kind of want to show you the last little bit, and pretty much the petunias, to be honest. That's what I've been growing. So, alright, let's start this. This actually was the first garden bed that I did work on when I moved into this house. I am going to be straight up honest, I don't think I've ever admitted this on video or on any social media, is what was in here before were grasses, and I don't like grasses. I'm not in a prairie, I don't want to be on a prairie, and so I'm not a big fan of grasses, so I instantly pulled them up, like a lot of people do like them. I'm just not the biggest fan of them for some reason. I don't know why. But I pulled them up and I put in these bare root peonies. In the last few years I've actually gotten some blooms out of them, and I will be probably taking these peonies down. All of the lilies that are in here. I'm probably going to take this phlox as well. This is a creme de la creme. I actually had bought 16 of these bare root and had planted them up front where the Morden Centennials are, and only one made it. So bare root phlox were kind of hard. I'm going to be pulling out a lot of these irises because a good girlfriend of mine gave me them from her garden. So I would like to take a good portion of them because irises are really nice to fill in this area. But definitely that peony, might leave some of the lilies there. And this has colors of red, yellow, and orange. So there's not a lot that I would be taking out of this garden. The two things that I'm probably going to grab, and technically I don't really think this is in that garden, is my, I believe it's a Henry J. walking stick. It is a shrub that, or I hope to eventually turn into a tree that I've always wanted since I was a little girl. It kind of like, when it gets big, it gets all twirly and kind of reminds me of like a fairy tale witchy tree that I would love to have like get massive and kind of be cool in the front yard. And then I do plan on taking these, I believe, cherry truffle heucheras or coral bells. That's about it. I'll let this have the lilies and daffodils and the rose back there, and even the peonies. I don't even mind keeping those peonies back there. They never have bloomed yet, but they were really, I mean, they were like babies from a peony before. So I put a bunch of yellow petunias in the back that didn't really get very much sun, I guess, so they didn't grow very big. Don't get me wrong, I didn't really fertilize anything this year, but then I did the front with the easy red. So I am planning on taking, like I said, a lot of this garden out, but still leave enough in that it doesn't look like it's in bad shape. Look at all the weeds that have grown. It is very hard for me to, but I'm just letting it happen. So the front right up here, there was a photo I found in Pinterest that had like roses in the back, and I believe there were some salvias in the front. Well, I went with catmint, pink, and white salvias, and the pink ones didn't ever get very big, so I pulled those out, divided up the white ones, and by that time the catmint like grew massive. Look at those planters. Do you have both balls? You do. I have bought him so many of these Kong tennis balls. He has like 4 in the back and 2 up front because Stanley likes to play ball. Huh. He lives for it. Definitely can go a lot further than that. So we're going to go into the Pastel garden. And actually the reason why I started this garden was because of my husband liking different colors than just pink and purple. He even made the joke of one time saying, "Oh, another pink rose." Well, so when he pulls up, I wanted, because he doesn't, you know, look normally that far, that I wanted something that had a little bit more of maybe his colors into it, but also my colors, so that at least he can have a little bit. Somebody's squeaking, so you know. just so that he had a little bit of his colors in there, because he likes yellow. That, I believe, is his favorite color. So yellow roses in Montana are pretty hard to find. So right in that foreground is a lemon zest from Proven Winners. And then right behind it is a music box rose that actually kind of changes color. Starts off as a nice pale white and then slowly goes into this like creamy yellow and then pink tips. I have the Morden Sunrise, which is kind of like that nice salmon-y orange, I guess. Oh, we got a nice bee. Hope that's not annoying in the background. These Bonicas, I actually really wish that I would have put in front where the Morden Centennials are, because I believe they are continual blooming. But I just kind of want to point out these are little things that I would have changed or would like to have changed, or knowing that for my next garden, to be honest. Look how massive the sea green juniper is officially. What are we on? Year 5 of it? I will say I do think the Russian sage should be moved over into that brick planter over there, because I keep that just like a little bit drier. Russian sage does not like to be super wet. That's kind of why it's floppy over here. Makes for a really nice cut flower though for me when I'm doing it. Oh, I actually kind of forgot. It's not blooming, and I think that's why. This is an apricot princess rose. It does a kind of a bright orange actually, and I kind of liked that there was one thing bright in the pastel garden. And I ordered that from, what is it, Spring Hill Nursery, and I can't find it anywhere, so. I'm surrounded by clowns. The petunias that I decided to just do a continual theme. And I think these ones keep getting run over actually by the lawnmower. That's why I don't think they're doing very well. But this was the new Rose Fusion Wave Petunia, Easy Wave. And I do absolutely love that. It would have been nice if it would have filled in a little bit better over in the pastel garden, but it is, I just love that one continual flower as the border over here. These are Also Easy My Girl roses. I do absolutely love the color of those. Nice bright magenta. Check out the window boxes this year. That is an Easy Blue Wave. The original Wave Purple, so it kind of is more magenta. And then the Proven Winners Silver Falls. Last year I could not find any Silver Falls, so I was so happy to have found these. And I actually did the same 3 plants in my light post container too. This one I'm kind of actually very excited about getting for down south, and that is the Ebb Tide. I can never get the actual purple color that it has on this rose. It's absolutely stunning. This is a Morden Blush Rose. I would actually have put this one also maybe in the front, but the more sunlight this one gets, actually it gets to be more of a white color, and I did want it to be very pink up front. But I do like this one next to the Ebb Tide is absolutely just so dramatically stunning. I love it. This one actually is Violet's Pride, and I did have another one that didn't make it over in front of the other arborvitae. It's a nice soft, I would go lavender more than lilac. Lilac to me has a little more pink into it, so I would go more lavender. Another My Girl, my lovely orange cord. I gotta clean that fountain and take this down. I'm actually gonna go around here. We'll come over this way so we can end up. All right. Look at the estate planters. I do think the hanging baskets would have done better if I didn't put the Dusty Miller in the middle. I just don't think that all of the roots had enough expansion, and so I don't think they just got as big. But don't get me wrong, I didn't fertilize, like I said, this year either, but look at the tidal silver on the bottom with the tidal red velour. That is, I can't believe this tidal silver still, like, outwon. That is, if you want a really good tidal, big, massive petunia, I have done these for like 4 years now, and they just take over. Even other titles. I did that the same as the window boxes, so an easy blue, original purple wave, and then the proven winners silver falls. I do hope I can take these with me. Hope there's enough room on the U-Haul. We get enough, big enough truck, because I don't know if any of you are moving right now, but there's not a lot of trucks right now. So we shall see. That will be the last thing I put, honestly, into the truck. So they might be staying, they might be going, we don't know. This section I always just called the pink, purple, and white because that's, you know, the colors. But this year, what I did a little different was normally I do pink, white, purple petunias like in a row. And of course, you know, you're like, Kayla, yeah, you did. No, I did like 3 whites, 3 pinks, and then 3 purples. So it was kind of more dramatic, the sections. And I really liked it, actually. I liked the before too, but I really did like this. That at least if one of them didn't make it, you still had maybe 2 to fill in the area. That's kind of why I did it that way, is sometimes, you know, you lose a petunia and you didn't save an extra one to kind of fill in the spot. So it was nice that if you did it kind of in the, block like this, then you have a chance of the other one growing and filling in that area too. I won't be touching any of these plants, like the roses and the lilies and the alliums and the bulbs that are in here, because to me the front yard is the value of the house, and I don't want to take away any of the value of the house. So this is how big the mannequin got. Like I said, I didn't do any fertilizing, so I think that's why. Susan vine, the black-eyed Susan vine from Proven Winners, didn't get massive, and I didn't really train it that well going up. But once again, that is the tidal silver, and then I did in the back the tidal red. I will be taking this out, so that's kind of why I'm showing you here now too, is that I feel bad. I'm going to be kind of destroying those bottom plants, but it's coming. This is the purple, pink, and yellow section. I am so sorry. It is annoying in the background with that. I hope not, but they like their toys. So, ooh, it's blooming. Hey, this has to be for Montana. The rose that actually looks like a rose to me, and it is the Heritage. These are actually pretty small. This is the second bloom, so it just made me so happy that this one comes back. And this year I didn't even put any covers on them, and they did just fine. I do plan to take all of these peonies though, because I just planted them. Did I plant them last year or the spring? I honestly can't remember. But I am taking all of these peonies. Any of the bulbs that are in there I won't take, but the flowers, the roses. This one is a Elizabeth? No, there we go. Okay, my apologies. Hold on. Sorry, backtracking. So this one is the Honor Elizabeth. I'm in a zone 4, and so these are all zone 5s too. And I didn't even cover them. Some of them didn't make it, but some of them have not made it a couple of times, and I've just replanted them. Like this is the Blueberry Hill. It just never comes back. I've tried replanting it, and it's just one that does not want it to grow here, and that's fine. Oop, hold on. Sorry, Wisty had some grass in her mouth, and so now I'm taking the opportunity to throw the ball. Yeah. Did I find you chewing on a dead bird today? Very icky. Definitely glad we're getting worming meds in the next couple of days. I give it to him on the 1st of the month. And then this one actually is zone 4. I believe it's called High Voltage. It did die back all the way to the ground, but it did come back in all of its glory. So, it makes me very happy. There we go. Man, this is where the weeds get really coming in. Sad. But I guess this would be the last one different, and it is the Viking Queen? Viking Queen? Viking King? Viking Queen, I think. So once again, it just kind of mirrors. So we got the high voltage. Ooh, this blueberry hill made it. But it's not blooming right now. It might here in a little bit. And then the Honor Elizabeth. And then another Heritage. It just makes me happy seeing that. I'm again just so happy about checking out the different roses that I can grow. Hopefully can grow, because humidity is a different story with roses down there. Stop eating the grass. Stop eating it. Did I say stop eating it and you swallow it? Yep. Look at how cute he is. Mom, I just want to play with my ball, Mom. In this section is the bare root section that I did last year. Oh, I'm sorry, that is a Blue Johnston geranium. That thing is a trooper. Let me tell you how many times I've removed that and planted it somewhere else. And then the wisteria that I moved is right over here. And the other wisteria needs to move out of it. Wisty, what are you doing, little lady? Hey, I'm planning on taking those. Thank you. Eat the weeds. Eat the weeds. Or get out of the garden. That could be another thing. Oh well. I'll just let it go. Anyway, so I will be taking these heucheras. Hope to dig those out along with the hostas. I love these hostas. I love the color, especially right next to the heucheras. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm probably actually going to replace the hostas with another hosta that I have in the backyard, just so there's still some color over here. But the heucheras definitely I'm taking. Actually, the funny thing is I couldn't help myself. I bought these two heucheras, and they're still in canisters. I just set them in there, knowing that I was going to be pulling them out. But that white moon hosta can still stay there. I'm going to be taking my urns. These have fallen over twice, and I've had to repot them. So the fact that they're still going and looking pretty darn good makes me happy. I put some impatiens and some pansies, these proven winter begonias, which, oh, gorgeous. To be honest, I can't remember what that one was. But, oh, Stanley! What's happening here, guys? What? Like, we're getting into some bad habits, mister. But, alright, we're going into the backyard of this massive canopy of this juniper. This is the only juniper, honestly, on the property that I like, the blue juniper. But this is pretty much where I'm going to be taking a lot of the plants from, because our septic tank is underneath here, and I know that eventually he's going to want to take that out, and might as well just take these plants. So these are big blue hostas, I know that, and that's why there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. It's because gardening with a bulldog, you're going to lose them. I'll be taking these astilbes. These are all bare root too, by the way, that I did. The hostas, the astilbes. I'll be definitely taking these hostas. I think these are Annie or Ann's. I just absolutely love. The Ajugula, I might have to take. I don't know. We'll see about that. Those astilbes I'll be taking. The hostas that are actually over here, I won't be. Those are probably the ones I'll replace on the bare root garden. I might take a few, just because they don't need them all. Where you see the burgundy petunias, and these petunias where Stanley is making them look way better. Let's just be honest. That's actually where those proven winners, heucheras, the wild rose and wild berry, were actually planted, where Miss Wisty kind of lost them. This was what I was calling the peacock garden, to be honest. So there is a tree in the front yard of the other house. I don't know what tree it is, but I'm assuming it can do a lot of shade things underneath it, so probably will be, that's where I'll probably put the shade garden, but I don't know yet. To be honest, I have not actually seen my house yet. My family went and saw it for me, so I saw it on pictures online. I'm actually okay with that, but that's another story. Let's see. What I did too, guys, in this area, which I think is a good idea, this is shade, like pure shade back here. So I did a very light yellow pansy that would blend in where it started getting more sun with the easy wave yellow petunia. And I really like that. So if you're ever having an issue with all of a sudden you have full sun and then shade, this is a good color combination, so they blend into each other. You will see there's like a pop right there and then right in the front. Those are actually self-seeded petunias from last year. I actually have a couple of spots that have those, and I think that is so cool that Bozeman, Montana, zone 4, and the seeds still made it. That's kind of crazy. They are definitely, I think, different than what the parent plant was that I had over here last year, but I can't honestly remember. My container, looking a little overfilled. Probably needs to be cut back. This one as well. But I'm definitely trying to take them full flowered. We're going to see. That's going to be interesting. We are going to try though, people. We are going to try. This is my deck. That I do love the black and whiteness of this, because I feel like it makes your plants just pop out more. So it is crazy how big and massive these have gotten. In the bowls, there is a tidal pink in the front, and then the rest are all the easy sky lavender blue. Overkill this year on making sure that I had a lot of them. So they are just like my favorite purple. Beautiful, nice color of purple. And then in the front, we have the easy blue, the original wave purple, and then the burgundy. On my hanging baskets, I always do my fuchsias for my mom. I didn't really, again, fertilize, so I don't feel like they got really massive this year. But I only did do 2 of them, and then I did the proven winners. Gosh, Vinca Vine, I can't remember which one it is. Like I did last year, because I love this. And then look at how, and without being fertilized, last year they got all the way to the ground, but they still went pretty crazy. And we were really hot this year. I'm pretty impressed with those. I would do those again in a heartbeat. My fountain actually needs to be fixed over here. There's a leak in it and I haven't done that. So I need to do that. These containers, the dahlias don't look too good, well, especially in this one, but the shock pink wave has done really, really well. The dahlias over here look a little bit better. I am going to try to take some of these that I have that have been overwatered and are probably sitting in water because we actually finally got rain. We had 3 days of rain. It was quite nice. So I'm going to take you over to the white garden. I'm so happy. Last year, none of my hydrangeas bloomed because I cut them too early. So I'm just so happy that I got to see them bloom this year. This is my limelight one. And then the proven winners Annabelle. To be honest, I don't think that one's the proven winners one. I have a regular and a proven winners one, and I don't think that's the proven winners one. Some still these. That hydrangea that I thought was dead for like 2 years is finally blooming. I will be taking this peony because this is where I laid to rest Maggie, our English Bulldog, and I got her this peony, and so I'm going to take that with me. Actually, my apologies, in the other garden there is the, sorry, my apologies, I'm going to swing this around. In that garden in the corner there was a snow in summer. I'm planning on taking that with me as well, because Tulip used to love to roll around in that one, and I'm just going to take that one as a keepsake. I'll probably leave a lot of this in here. I do think I'm going to pull the hostas out though, because they will get overwhelmed by the sweet woodruff and the, I can't think of the silver at the moment, but I do think that they're going to get overtaken, so I might as well pull those ones out. See, I think that one's the Annabelle. Look how much bigger the blooms are on that. The Proven Winners one, Annabelle, and the other one is the Annabelle. Doing a really good tour, aren't I? Another Limelight. And then the Bleeding Hearts will stay. I think those will stay as well. If they start to seed before, I might snag up some of the seeds, but I'll keep those there. I think, what are those, Ladris? They look better on this side, to be honest. I'll leave those. The delphiniums I'll leave too. Might as well. Delphiniums you can always grab. I don't think there's really much I want to take out of this garden other than, like I said, the peony. I'm not honestly sure if I want to do another white garden again, or a moon garden. The veggie garden this year. Like, don't wrong, you'll still see flowers into it, but I am so happy. This actually, more than the petunias, weirdly, brought me so much joy and kept me going through this whole process. And these sunflowers, oh, they're just absolute joy. My kitchen window faces out this, so anytime I was doing the dishes, just looking out, just put a smile on my face knowing that this was going. And I'm so proud, and I plan to do so much more down south that I'm looking forward to that next year. I don't believe I'm going to get any winter squash by the time that I leave in 2 weeks. I kind of cut some of it back, and then the one that was kind of growing, I think I cut that one, so it's not going to grow anymore. I thought I had one somewhere. It might be on the inside of it, to be honest. I did peas right in here that I really have enjoyed. I cannot wait to do so many more peas. I did not realize these sunflowers would get this big that quickly before the corn. So I don't think I'm going to get any corn out of this section before I leave. But I will in the next section. I do plan to actually break down this veneer and take the veneer stone with me, because I do plan to, I don't know if I'm going to go with cinder block again or just wood, depending on price. But I'm going to get the veneer, and I'm going to take that with me. Actually, I have tubs ready to go for it. Anywho, I actually have a cucumber. I'm sorry, I'm going to dig here a second. Where are you? I just saw a big one. Yes. There we go. There we go. There. I have a cucumber. I really don't actually like eating cucumber. I really wanted just like a cucumber mint mojito. And I think it's going to be like the best cucumber mint mojito ever. Maybe add some watermelon juice to it. The broccoli is a little out of control. I just actually chopped some of it down yesterday and had it for dinner. It was lovely. The spinach, I haven't been able to keep up with it, and I kind of lost a few of them, so I just haven't been that great at making sure they're doing well. I have lettuce. I have not sprayed. This has been completely organic, just to let you know, this year. So when I do either eat something or pick it, I do put it in vinegar water and do a good soak for a while, and then I'll eat it, especially the broccoli, because look at all those bites. But it doesn't seem to be, I thought when I first started vegetable gardening, I thought that would actually be a big issue for me, but it hasn't, and I'm okay with it, to be honest. I have a few carrots going on in there. They have a little bit more time to grow because of all of these sunflowers. Oh man, I just saw the time of this video, 9. hoping that my editing skills can cut that back a little bit, but we'll see. I miss editing, just to let you know. It's another creativity thing that I like to do. These are my 3 planters that I bought. There's a yellow dahlia, easy yellow, and then a coral crush. And I think I have a verbena. Yeah, in the back here. I put them up to mow the lawn, and that's where they stayed the rest of the year. Look at all my zinnias. I actually have cut a lot of these zinnias and the sunflowers and brought them into my job and placed them around. I work at a hotel thing, and I thought that bringing in some cut flowers would just make the week go a little bit nicer, and I think it did, and it was well worth it. I have enough flowers to share, that's the whole point. My purple basil, I have used quite a bit actually. I really like that color. I have regular basil as well. My kale, to be honest, the dogs have been eating a lot of it. Like, not from the garden, like I've been picking it and then I put it in the oven and I mix it in with their food. Tomatoes, look at that. Those are my red tomatoes. And it's still August. Like I have grabbed 2 so far, so any of them that are not ready I will leave so that Adam has some as well, but if they're ready to go by the time I'm going. I did pick out a lot of my onions already. I still have the red onions in here that I'm going to wait till last moment to grab because Wisteria likes to run through this area and I think they need the extra time in the ground. They can harden off when I get down there. I did pull out a carrot yesterday. Best carrot ever. So amazing. I'm now at that point where I get to actually enjoy eating my garden as well. I am very, very stoked about being able to do more veggies down in Arkansas and having a longer grow period. These sweet potatoes I'm going to take with me so that it has more time to grow as well. But I do think I can harvest all of this corn and it be ready to go. But probably this one will stay. I do think it would be a really smart, wise idea if somebody came back here and sprayed some of these because they will kill the rugosas. So you might want to think about that. The honeysuckle did not really grow as much as I was hoping it would on these arbors. I might actually, there's 2. So right in here, there's one here, and then kind of one on this side. And I think I'm going to snake up one of them. And then there's another one. Let me think. Yeah. So I guess it's ready for me to start taking down now. I've been holding off on making this video actually for a couple of days, and now we need to really get done doing it. You know what? This wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. This was quite enjoyable actually for me to kind of take this last tour. Know that it's been sad and it's been hard, but at the same time, home is where you are. You are home. And you can make anything beautiful. So, thank you, home, for being my home. I will miss you, and I learned a lot. Stanley? Are we already at our new home? Why do people see this?